Long before Germany existed as a unified nation, the land was inhabited by various Germanic tribes. These tribes, with names like the Franks, Saxons, and Alemanni, were fierce warriors and skilled craftsmen. The Romans, under Julius Caesar, first encountered these tribes in the 1st century BCE. They sought to expand their empire eastward, but we presented formidable resistance.
The most famous encounter came in 9 CE at the Battle of Teutoburg Forest. A coalition of Germanic tribes, led by Arminius, ambushed and destroyed 3 Roman legions. This decisive victory halted Roman expansion into Germania and established the Rhine River as the boundary between the Roman Empire and the Germanic tribes for centuries.
Despite the Roman defeat, the encounter had a lasting impact on us. Roman influence penetrated our culture through trade and occasional alliances. Roman military technology and organization also influenced us, planting the seeds for future developments. The legacy of this early interaction would echo through the centuries as Germany evolved.
As the Roman Empire declined in the west, the Germanic tribes asserted their dominance. Among them, the Franks emerged as a major power. Under the leadership of Clovis I in the late 5th century, the Franks established a kingdom encompassing much of modern-day France and Germany. Clovis's conversion to Christianity had significant implications, aligning the Franks with the papacy and laying the groundwork for the intertwining of religious and secular power in Europe.
The Frankish kingdom reached its zenith under Charlemagne, crowned Emperor of the Romans by Pope Leo III in 800 CE. Charlemagne's reign marked a period of cultural and intellectual revival, often referred to as the Carolingian Renaissance. He promoted education and standardized weights and measures, fostering unity and prosperity.
My empire, however, proved short-lived. Internal divisions and external pressures led to its fragmentation after my death. The Treaty of Verdun in 843 divided the Carolingian Empire among my grandsons, laying the groundwork for the development of distinct French and German kingdoms.
Despite its brief existence, Charlemagne's reign left an indelible mark on European history and cemented the Frankish legacy as a cornerstone of German identity. In the wake of the Carolingian Empire's disintegration, a new political entity emerged in Central Europe. This period of fragmentation and turmoil set the stage for the rise of a new power that would leave an indelible mark on European history: the Holy Roman Empire. Founded in 962 by Otto I, the Holy Roman Empire was a loose confederation of principalities, duchies, and bishoprics that claimed to be the heir to the legacy of Rome. Otto I's coronation as emperor marked the beginning of an era that sought to revive the grandeur and authority of the ancient Roman Empire, albeit in a distinctly medieval context. Unlike Charlemagne's empire, the Holy Roman Empire was characterized by decentralization and a complex web of relationships between the emperor and the various rulers within its borders. This intricate political structure meant that the emperor had to constantly negotiate and balance the interests of numerous semi-autonomous regions, each with its own local rulers and customs. The emperor, elected by a group of powerful princes known as electors, held a position of symbolic authority, but his power was often contested by ambitious nobles. These electors wielded significant influence, and their support was crucial for any emperor wishing to maintain his throne. The election process itself was a reflection of the empire's decentralized nature, where consensus and political maneuvering were key. The Holy Roman Empire's history was marked by periods of both conflict and cooperation between the emperor and the princes. Wars, alliances, and treaties were common as various factions vied for power and sought to expand their influence. These internal dynamics often mirrored the broader geopolitical struggles of medieval Europe, with the empire playing a central role in many of the era's most significant events. The empire's fragmented nature fostered a sense of regional identity within its borders. Each region, whether a duchy, principality, or bishopric, developed its own unique character, contributing to a rich tapestry of cultural and political diversity. This regionalism was both a strength and a weakness, as it allowed for a flourishing of local traditions, but also made unified action challenging. Different regions developed their own distinct cultures, languages, and political structures. This diversity was evident in the myriad dialects spoken across the empire, the variety of architectural styles, and the differing legal systems that governed each territory. The Holy Roman Empire was, in many ways, a microcosm of medieval Europe's broader cultural and linguistic mosaic. This diversity, while enriching, also contributed to the empire's inherent instability and made it difficult to achieve lasting unity. The constant push and pull between central authority and regional autonomy created a dynamic but often volatile political landscape. Efforts to centralize power were frequently met with resistance, leading to a delicate balance that defined the empire's existence. Despite its challenges, the Holy Roman Empire endured for centuries, playing a pivotal role in shaping the political and religious landscape of Central Europe. Its legacy can be seen in the enduring cultural and historical influences that continue to resonate in the region today. The Holy Roman Empire's story is a testament to the complexities and contradictions of medieval European history, where ambition, tradition, and diversity coexisted in a constantly evolving tapestry. Section 4, Reformation and Upheaval, Challenging the Old Order. The 16th century witnessed a period of profound religious and political upheaval in Europe with the advent of the Protestant Reformation. This era was marked by a series of events that would forever alter the course of history, challenging the established norms and power structures that had dominated for centuries.
I, Martin Luther, a German monk and theologian, challenged the authority of the Catholic Church, sparking a movement that would reshape the religious and political map of Europe. My actions were driven by a deep conviction that the Church had strayed from its spiritual mission, becoming entangled in worldly affairs and corruption.
Luther's 95. Theses nailed to the door of Wittenberg Castle Church in 1517 denounced the sale of indulgences and called for reform within the Church. This bold act of defiance quickly spread across Europe, thanks in part to the recent invention of the printing press, which allowed for the rapid dissemination of ideas.
My ideas resonated with many in the Holy Roman Empire, where resentment towards the papacy and its perceived corruption was widespread. People from all walks of life, from peasants to princes, found in my message a call to return to a purer form of Christianity, free from the excesses and abuses of the established Church.
Princes saw an opportunity to assert their independence from the emperor and the Catholic Church, embracing Protestantism as a means to consolidate their power and seize church lands. This shift in allegiance was not merely a matter of faith, but also a strategic move to gain greater autonomy and control over their territories. The Reformation led to decades of religious conflict within the Holy Roman Empire, culminating in the 30 Years' War. This devastating conflict, which raged from 1618 to 1648, left much of Central Europe in ruins and resulted in significant loss of life and property.
The Peace of Augsburg in 1555 had attempted to establish a fragile peace, but it ultimately failed to quell the underlying tensions between Catholics and Protestants. The treaty allowed for the coexistence of Lutheranism and Catholicism within the Holy Roman Empire, but it did not address the deeper issues that continued to divide the two groups.
The Reformation's legacy extended far beyond the realm of religion, profoundly impacting the political, social, and intellectual landscape of Germany and Europe. It paved the way for the rise of nation-states, the spread of literacy and education, and the questioning of traditional authority, setting the stage for the modern era. Section 5, the 30 Years' War, a turning point in German history. The 30 Years' War, raging from 1618 to 1648, was a watershed moment in German history. This prolonged conflict not only altered the political landscape of Europe, but also had profound social and economic impacts on the German territories. What began as a religious conflict between Catholic and Protestant states within the Holy Roman Empire escalated into a wider European war, drawing in powers such as France, Sweden, and Denmark. These nations saw an opportunity to expand their influence and territory, turning the conflict into a complex web of alliances and enmities. The war devastated the German lands, leaving behind a trail of destruction and depopulation. Entire towns were razed and the countryside was left barren. The population of the German states was significantly reduced, with estimates suggesting that up to a third of the population perished due to combat, famine, and disease. The Peace of Westphalia, signed in 1648, brought an end to the bloodshed, but reshaped the political geography of Europe. This series of treaties not only concluded the 30 Years' War, but also the 80 Years' War between Spain and the Dutch Republic, marking a new era in European diplomacy. The Holy Roman Empire, already weakened by internal divisions, emerged from the war further fragmented. The empire's authority was significantly diminished, and the power of the emperor was curtailed, leading to a more decentralized political structure. The Peace of Westphalia affirmed the principle of religious toleration, but it also granted individual states within the empire greater autonomy. This meant that the rulers of these states could now choose their own official religion, leading to a patchwork of Catholic and Protestant regions. The Treaty of Westphalia marked a turning point in European history, shifting the balance of power away from the Holy Roman Empire and towards nation-states such as France and Sweden. France emerged as a dominant continental power, while Sweden gained significant territories and influence in northern Europe. Within the German lands, the war's devastation and the Peace of Westphalia's provisions paved the way for the rise of Prussia, a militaristic state in northern Germany, as a dominant power. Prussia's military prowess and strategic acumen would later play a crucial role in the unification of Germany in the 19th century. The 30 Years' War left an enduring legacy on Germany, shaping its political development and leaving a deep-seated aversion to war and its consequences. The scars of the conflict were visible for generations, influencing German culture, literature, and collective memory. The lessons learned from this devastating period would resonate through the centuries, impacting Germany's approach to both internal and external conflicts.